Hello. Just wanted to congratulate all the idiots that voted for Donald Trump. And, hey, you wanted him. There he is. And I've heard people call this the last battle of the Civil War. I've heard, and that is accurate, white supremacy last stand. This is arguably the last presidency. Unless this guy fucks it all up and puts, goes and destroys a planet with a nuclear war or some shit like that. And then we're all fucked, So, but if you look at the people he's been assigning to his cabinet, it's disgusting. If you had any doubts that this guy was profoundly racist, please don't have any more doubts, because the evidence is overwhelming. The Bannon guy is a white supremacist, rabid right-wing, racist, fascist, Nazi, all the way. Might as well tattoo a swastika on his forehead. And that's his advisor. And now he's nominating for Secretary of Justice a guy who was turned down to be a federal judge because he's too fucking racist. So it's not about patriotism and any of that shit, So the guy's a racist, first and foremost, a white supremacist. So, the heads are starting to roll. His son-in-law basically did a political assassination of Chris Christie, because Chris Christie sent his Donald Trump's son-in-law's father, to prison. And it's going to continue. It's going to continue. They're talking about a military purge, which means getting rid of all the military, the top brass that opposed him. I would not be surprised. And then they're talking about, they're openly talking about a Muslim registry, just like they had a Jewish registry and all this stuff. And the people who voted for this animal, they're happy with it, just like the Nazis were happy. Excuse me, when they started all the anti-Jewish measures. But mark my words, when he starts getting flack and pushback from his own party, the people, the decent Republicans that are still left out there that have had the guts to say, hey, we're not supporting this animal, and the opposition from the Democratic Party starts uniting, and people start forming coalitions out there against this person, against Donald Trump. Then he'll turn into authoritarian rule, and that's when it's going to get scary. And I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to, raise alarms unnecessarily. This is what you need to get ready for. He's already stated, and that he's going to do the code talk for religious freedom protection, which is nothing more than homophobia. He's going to expand the push for the passing of legislation that allows businesses and states to simply not serve homosexual people. It's just going to continue. And they're pushing hard to destroy Roe versus Wade and a woman's right to choose to end a pregnancy. The whole agenda, it's coming. So, hey, you wanted him, have him. So, me, I'm just going to continue working and keep fighting the good fight against demagogues and fascism and extremism of all types, left, right, you name it. Hopefully, these things don't get as bad as I think they can get. Hopefully this guy meets a lot of resistance. But the reality is that he has a lot of support. The United States is full, and it's not entirely, but about half of the voting population out there are racist. It's a racist, pridefully ignorant people, the people who elected this person. And they're out there. You see the rise in hate crimes. There are people out there, they get emboldened. They've gotten emboldened. They think it's cool and cute to go out there and be racist towards children in schools, especially Hispanic children. I have one of them. And let me tell you something. They're picking on the wrong people, on us, Puerto Rican people. And they're going to get confused, and because we don't have a label that says we're Puerto Rican and we're American, not only by citizenship, but because we're born in continental America, and a lot of us, most of the Puerto Ricans, have Taino Native American blood, which are people which were First Nation Native Americans who inhabited Georgia, Florida, Alabama. They even have some places named in the South with Taino Native American. In my tribe, names. We have petroglyphs in museums. We've been here for a very, very long time, long before the European Christians invaded our land, committed genocide, and stole our heritage from us. So we're not going to sit peacefully while you bully our children and disrespect our children with your prideful ignorance and racism. Some of us are going to fight fire with fire if necessary. We're going to go through the channels of justice. If that doesn't work, then we'll reassess. They're picking a fight that it could turn ugly really, really fast. We don't fuck around when it comes to our children. So, that's not a threat, that's a promise. We didn't draw first blood. We're just going to defend our land. We're going to defend our children and our families and our culture. We don't go around telling people go back to Europe. We don't do that. We're here. We were here first. We know that. And we do the best that we can with what we have. But bigotry and fascism are based on lies and demagoguery, and these people need to wake up to the reality that the world has changed, and racism is an ugly, nasty thing of the past, and this is his last hurrah, and we will not back down until this is rendered useless as a remnant of the ugliness, of the ignorance of barbaric cultures, which is what's prompting this, a barbaric mob of pridefully ignorant, racist, mostly white people in this vast majority. And so have your last hooray, and be careful out there.